up guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm here in Toronto, Canada for the Sport Card Expo. I'm here signing some autographs, doing a meet and greet, and I have my very first sport card. It's my rookie card, so super excited about that. We're here with Hall of Fame Collection. They have this amazing booth. Check out this 09 Lewis Hamilton McLaren car here. We have his race-worn helmet, so let's go check that out real quick. So this is a race-worn helmet. Look at that, it has all the chip. Love the color. Iconic yellow Lewis Hamilton. We can go over here, we can see all the suits of the F1 drivers and IndyCar drivers. We got the simulator going on over here. All of the suits. And if we come over here, this is the real special part. Anyone recognize these suits? So this is my suit from 2021 touring cars, the iconic rainbow that I love. And then we have my very first pro racing suit, which is the UFC suit from 2014. And then we have one of my suits. It was more of a practice suit, but still love the design. And then we got my helmet, my C4 helmet over here. So I asked you guys to ask me some questions. I'm going to be doing a Q&A while I'm here, so let's get to it. On my Instagram story, so I'm going to take a look at what you guys asked me right now. Hopefully some of them aren't too out of pocket. Favorite car to drive? My favorite car to drive on the track, like my favorite street car, is a GT3 RS. It's amazing on the track. My favorite race car I've ever driven actually is the Indy Pro 2000. It's just so much downforce. I'm sure IndyCar is even more fun to drive, so hopefully one day. Date of birth, April 17th, 97. I'm an Aries. What race series are you aspiring to drive in? So I'm aspiring to drive in IndyCar, and I hopefully will race in the Indy 500 in a couple years. So, you know, obviously like any iconic open wheel racing series, IndyCar, Formula One would just be the dream. Who is your favorite F1 driver? My favorite F1 driver has to be Lewis Hamilton, because I just think obviously he's the GOAT, but I love what he does outside of racing as well, and how he's a good advocate for people who aren't represented in racing that much, so really love that. Sainz or Perez, who is better? Honestly, I think they're both great drivers. I don't know. I'm a Ferrari fan, so probably Sainz. Let's see. Oh, another question. Are you a Ferrari fan? Yes, but it's really making me mad what they're doing this season. They're kind of dropping the ball on strategy, so I feel bad for the drivers, but I'm hoping next year will be a bit better. Are you naturally blonde? I grew up blonde, but my natural hair color kind of grew out darker, so I have to get highlights. How old are you? I'm 25. Would you ever consider racing in NASCAR? Yeah, I would say never say never. I tested at Hickory and Caraway in some Pro Late models, which was super fun. Got a feel for the ovals this past year at Gateway, so I would say never say never. It'd be really fun to jump into NASCAR. What are your racing plans for 2023? So I'll be racing the same series I did this last year. It's called Indy Pro 2000. They just renamed it to USF Pro 2000, so it's 2 levels under IndyCar. Super excited to be racing it again, so that's the car. Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. Hopefully we'll compete for wins this year. How long have you been racing? I started go-karting when I was 11. I just went to a birthday party at a go-kart track, fell in love with it. I ended up beating all the boys, all the adults, so my dad bought me my own cart, and it just all started from there. So 14 years. This question, show those beautiful feet. I don't think I'll be doing that anytime soon, but I appreciate the compliment. Are you married? No, I'm not. This is a good question, actually. Have you ever had to pee during a race? What did you do? So my races are they're only like 45 minutes, so usually especially with the adrenaline, you can hold it, it's fine. You definitely chug a lot of water before the race because you don't want to get dehydrated, but there was this one time that I chugged a bunch of water before the race, and there was a rain delay, but we were already in pit lane, and so we were just waiting it out, and we were sitting there for over an hour. It was at Road America in touring cars, and I literally almost peed my pants, and I was contemplating this. I'm like, I don't want to be uncomfortable during the race, like should I just pee in my pants right now? And then I thought about my engineers and the crew that would have to deal with that, and I would be the one, I would not make them do that, I would clean that up. So I thought about that, and I was like, I really don't want to do this right now, and fortunately the green flag fell about 10 minutes later, and when you have the adrenaline, you forget about having to pee, so it was fine. But almost, yeah. I've heard people in IndyCar and NASCAR who do the longer races actually do pee their pants sometimes, so, hey. Do you think there's any woman who can drive in Formula One competitively except you, of course? So yeah, besides me, obviously that would be the dream, but I think, of course, there's women that would be able to do that. I just think women sometimes lack opportunity as far as testing programs or just getting into the sport early on. So somewhere I'm hoping there's a 6-year-old girl getting in karting right now that I'll be able to get up to F1. You just have to start early. It's such a tight sport that you have to have that equal chance with seat time, opportunity, and I think like if we can get women into sports at a younger age, they'll be able to move up. And honestly, people will talk about, oh, why hasn't there been women winning in the sport? You know, you never see a woman win, and I think it's just like a numbers game. Like, there's so many male racers, so few women, so the odds of pulling one that's, you know, very, very talented and winning is just less of an odd, but there will be women racing in Formula One someday. Audi R8 or McLaren 765 LT? I would have to say Audi R8 because that's the car I have and I'm partial to it. I think they're both great cars, but I love an R8. They're classy. What would you rather win, the Monaco F1 Grand Prix or the Indy 500? I would rather win the Indy 500 just because I mean both are iconic races, but the Indy 500 is just the most iconic race in history in my opinion. So I think it would just mean so much, and that's the dream. Do you have a boyfriend? Yes. V8, V10, or V12? My M3 is a V8, my R8 is a V10, so I kind of like them the same. The V8 guzzles gas though in the M3, so I might have to say V10. Who do you think will win the Brazilian Grand Prix? So it's actually going on right now as we're filming this, and I really want to watch it, but I would way rather be with you guys. So I do think that I'm going to put my money on George Russell today. Mercedes done really well, and they always do well in Brazil, so fingers crossed. I'm a Mercedes fan and Ferrari, but I'm hoping George Russell will win, or Lewis Hamilton. He needs to get one win this season. What is your favorite suit? So that's a good question. We actually have some of my suits behind me. Honestly, I would have to say this rainbow suit is my favorite suit just because when I took a few years off in college, I didn't know if I was going to be racing ever again, so it really was hard, and this is my first suit that I raced a professional series in after that, so it means a lot to me. So, and it's cute, it's rainbow. Would you rather go a month without taking a shower or go for a year without wearing a bra? Go for a year without wearing a bra. I feel like people don't wear bras as much anyway now, but there is that, yeah, there's that good feeling of taking it. I'm not gonna even go there, but I definitely need to be taking showers, so we'll go with the other option. Where does all your hair go when you race? So that's my helmet. I have a balaclava. I tuck my hair. I used to braid it, but it honestly takes too long, so I just tuck my hair in a ponytail, wrap it, put it down my suit like this, put the balaclava on, and yeah, I look like an egg right now, but it's fine. Favorite go-kart track in the US? That's a really good question. I think Miller in Utah. I remember I raced there back in like 2013 or 2012. It was a really, really cool karting track. I do love Centennial. They tore it down though. That was my home track in Colorado. I always did pretty well there. But yeah, probably Miller. Is your car physical to drive? Yes, I think I've said this so many times. That's probably the most challenging part about me driving open wheel. It's just so physical. There's no power steering, so I'm always just muscling this car through, like with all the G-forces in your neck and your arms. It's so tough. So I love it. It's a lot of fun, but very physical. Do you use self-tanner regularly? Yes, I'm very pale naturally, so I always get spray tans. Ranch or blue cheese? Well, I hate blue cheese, so I'm very offended by that. I love ranch. I put ranch on everything. Favorite place you've traveled to? That's a good question. Probably, I love Italy. That's been my favorite country I've traveled to. There's just so many, it's hard to choose favorite spot in Italy. I've been to the Amalfi Coast, Capri, and so probably Capri, Positano, or Sardinia. All in Italy though. Tulim's really fun too. I've gone there a lot the past few years. When is your next race? So the season just ended in September. My next race isn't till March, so we're in the off season right now. I'm about to do a bunch of testing in the next few months. I've been working out in the gym, getting jacked because this car is so physical, but yeah, just a lot of training, a lot of testing, a lot of sim time to just prepare for this next season. But yeah, I think that is a good question to end on. Thank you so much for asking me these questions. A few of them were a little crazy, so couldn't share all of them. But yeah, thank you so much, and I hope you like this video. Make sure to subscribe and comment below what you think and what you want my next video to be on. So yeah, I hope you guys have an amazing day.